Oh, hello there, and good morning. We've got a special guest. Oh, I didn't make a little CG for you. I've got mine.
Okay, there's always next time.
Dang it. It's been about, I don't know, 2 years since we've been on TV together.
Just about 2 years, yeah.
Almost 2 years. This is Christina San Juan, by the way.
Hello, everybody.
Who lives here in Southern Indiana. My former intern in 2016, and then
10 years ago by now. My goodness.
Oh my gosh, it is 10 years.
Isn't that wild?
And then we were colleagues, co-workers at the old TV station for a couple of years. And now we're both doing our own thing.
Yeah, well, and surprisingly, Ben went on to hire me after my disaster of an internship.
Oh, whatever.
We were just talking about.
You were a good worker, and you had to make it. You made it through the math classes at the University of Louisville.
Just barely.
So that's not easy to do as well. So everybody say good morning in the comments. We're going to catch up a little bit here with my former coworker, who's also doing meteorology as well. Glad to see you're still in the biz.
Of course. I think that's part of our profession, though. Once you get that weather bug, it's hard to step away from it.
Once you're a nerd, it's hard. It's hard to get rid of it.
Once a nerd, always a nerd.
So cheers to you guys on a nasty day today. We got Big Happy here.
Cheers.
Christina didn't want coffee. I did offer, but
you guys don't want to see me shake. I don't handle caffeine well.
So again, we'll wait for some folks to get on board. We'll reintroduce Christina as well and catch up a little bit too. But I want to get you started here with just a wet start. Thanks for coming in on a nasty morning here, Christina, because I
really don't mind it. It's better than snow. And at least it's semi-warm out.
Do you get the seasonal affective disorder? Sad?
Oh, like the
depression?
I don't.
I get a little nick of it. It gets me a little bit.
I mean, the kids always want to go out in it, so
yeah,
that kind of livens our spirits. But I will say I'm done with the snow.
Yeah, I think that by this time the majority of us are. There's a couple of snow lovers out there that are still in the comments with it. But we do have a flood watch until 1 p.m. I want to mention that. Not expecting any severe weather. Some rumbles of thunder will be possible from time to time, but plan on just a soggy day today as we just have a stationary front draped across the area. It'll be drier overall for areas off to the southeast, say the Bluegrass Parkway and south. As a lot of this rain goes over the same area, just watch out for the potential of some rising rivers, creeks, and streams, and the potential for some ponding of water on the roadways. And then thankfully, it looks like we'll have some dry time for tomorrow. And near record high of around 80 degrees for Friday. More rain like this Saturday. And then we're looking at some drier weather Sunday and Monday as well. So, again, if you're just popping on, this is Christina San Juan. I'm going to be working popping in and out of the graphics and the forecast here for you, and also talking to Christina here this morning. Duke Marsh, maybe. You probably shared his pictures. On the old TV station.
Fantastic.
Duke posted this. Go to his Facebook page. He's a New Albany resident, and he was taking a bunch of lightning photos from last night, and they were pretty spectacular. Our weather headlines here for today for this March 4th. We got the flood watch until 1 p.m. I could see a situation where that gets extended a little bit, but right now until 1 p.m. for areas north of the Ohio River, that being the Hoosier State. Rain for much of today, like yesterday. I think we'll probably won't see as much dry time as we finally dried out for a little bit yesterday afternoon. Record warmth potential tomorrow near 80 degrees for your Friday. And then again, as we mentioned, some more rain on Saturday. And we have also some later sunsets on the way by Sunday. We're talking about 7:43 sunsets. Looking forward to that as well. And
daylight saving
time.
Sunday, right?
Yep. And who are this is Camila and Dominic.
Those are my little minions.
Minions.
That's the best word to describe them. I mean, they're so much fun. And Camila is now 7. Dominic just turned 6. They're 6, 7. Sure,
No, you didn't.
I had to. They were so excited when Dominic turned 6 that was their number one thing that they were going to say. Camila, did you know we're going to be 6, 7? So I'm like, Camila, you need to turn 8.
That is hilarious. That's going to be a long year of 6, 7.
It's a long year of 6, 7, but 6, 7.
All right.
Yep. So Dominic is in kindergarten right now. And Camila's in first grade, and they're loving it. We've been super busy just with sports. You know how it is. I mean,
and he's in karate.
He's doing karate, which is dangerous, but it helps him get his energy out.
Hannah was in Taekwondo for a little bit, got her yellow belt.
Oh, that's
and then she quit that.
We tried just one round of Taekwondo, and he just wants to run and do push-ups. I made him late. It was my fault one time for karate, and they made him do 20 push-ups, and I felt so bad. And he was like, "No, mommy, I loved it." I said, "This might be your sport, dude." But he also did basketball, and then he was in t-ball, and you gave us Brady's lucky glove.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Yeah, It was a little too big, but we're holding it off.
Grow into it. There you go.
Yep. For the next couple of seasons.
That is awesome. So we got Emmanuel just going to give some good mornings here from Indianapolis. Beverly Haggis from Borden, Indiana, saying a good morning. Got Dennis Gregory from Bedford. I thought I saw the arc float by. Yeah, you're in the middle of it. It's very wet there too. Mike Siebert, good morning, everyone. Orlean Whitlow, thanks for tuning in, and your friend Christina San Juan. Mary Dale, good morning. I very well remember Christina. She was very good. She was very good, and good to see her again. Christina obviously was my intern at the TV station in 2016, as I mentioned. Then worked in Colorado Springs or Mobile first.
Yes,
Mobile.
I went to Mobile first. And
under a tough chief meteorologist,
Alan Seals, the one and only. Yep,
he's a boss.
That was a heck of a first official big girl job.
I don't think I could do that.
It was a lot, but challenging in the best way.
Oh, for sure.
Baptism by fire, as they like to say.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Colorado Springs, and I was there for about 3 years. Loved my time there. Just waking up to the mountains in your backyard. Pretty sweet. Nothing really beats it. But also nothing really beats being back home. Got you back home. I think that was 2022. We worked together for a couple of years. So that was very, very awesome. It gets, I was saying it gets me in spring to summer, spring. Okay. Orlean, we are now getting rain in Hodgenville. Yep, it is dropping south. We can check out that radar here again in just a second. Geez, when will we ever see the sun again? I think we'll get some sun tomorrow with that near 80-degree temperature. Perry Porter with a coffee. When's the rain going to stop? It might become a little more scattered this afternoon, but pretty much a washout today. Orlean says she has a beautiful family. Oh, thank you so much. I do want to talk about that picture here again in just a second. Mike Sievert says beautiful. See if you notice anything. Mike Sievert says teaches them discipline. Yes, a tough boss. I think you're talking about there. Now, or karate, or karate. Yeah. Oh yeah, karate. I guess both. Yeah. Both of them. Tough bosses. I was an easy boss though, right? Sure. Yeah. Well, the internship, like that was the first time that I'd ever been in front of a green screen and everything. So you had to literally teach me the ins and outs. I was probably a tougher boss when you were an intern. I think so, but just because I wanted you to get it better. I was bad. It took a while. But our former coworker Alden said I was the most laid back chief in the nation. So, well, I do agree. You were very laid back. You're very chill. And then when it came to severe weather, of course, that's whenever boss mode comes on. Yeah, you gotta get more serious. Yeah. But it was a fun time. This is the same Christina that was on 11 with you. Loved her and wish she was on there still. It is the same Christina. Okay, back to this picture. Hannah pointed this out to me. Do you want to mention if you see? Do you guys at home see anything? Yeah, let's see in the comments. Anything in this picture that stands out? Specifically with my son Dominic, just anything in this. We took this in downtown New Albany. I think it was just right off of Main. And I said, it's been years since we've gotten family photos. Let's do Christmas cards this year. It was freezing that day. Probably right around the upper 20s. And we bared it out. It was a very quick session. It was about 15 minutes long. And that was my favorite photo until I saw a little gesture. A little sneaky gesture. Hence why he's in karate. It is kind of hilarious. We got a good morning from Erica Risotto from Charlestown. And Mike was talking about karate, but I was also talking about tough bosses. It does teach them discipline. That is good. Ben, I was in the studio several years ago recruiting security officers when I was a field manager for Securitas. Oh, yeah, I remember that. And I was super cool to talk to. All right, awesome. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Okay, back to some weather here, guys. Christina's going to hang with us for a little bit. I'm going to pop in and out some weather graphics, and I'm not going to make her stay here the entire time. I just wanted to show her our Extol Media Studios here this morning. And why not
Popper on the show
very
as well.
nice setup here.
Yeah, we're proud of it. We're happy here in the uptown area of New Albany, Indiana. So thanks for joining us. I've got a special guest this morning, as I teased yesterday. And let me we can get a little look outside as well here for just a second. And also, I just want to remind you, you can always get your weather information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at extolmag.com/weather. We're at 59 degrees right now, south wind at around 13. I've got the brand new 7-day forecast here posted for you. We've got national maps that you can click on. Today, the Storm Prediction Center has parts of Kentucky under a level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk category. It's very low risk. That's what we were in yesterday. And most of us did not have severe weather with that, thankfully. And then tomorrow, no severe weather here, but there could be a little bit of an outbreak out west. Christina, you can see that enhanced risk.
Yeah, we're approaching that time of the year.
Yep, definitely. And it is Severe Weather Awareness Week in Kentucky, by the way. And the tornado drill was yesterday. There's the enhanced risk. There could be some tornado action there in western Missouri, eastern Kansas, and Oklahoma. So that's Friday. And then day 3, I don't think we'll have severe weather. We'll have rain moving through on Saturday. But again, mentioning here, if you ever want to click around on the maps, you can get all your weather information here. This is just right straight from the National Weather Service. They have a flood watch until 1 p.m. for basically all of the southern half of Indiana, and flood warning for the East Fork of the White River. It's a frequent flooder, and the Muscatatuck River as well. We can take a look at the river levels there in just a second, too. Real quick, let's get a thank to our sponsors here. We've got our Lions roofing sponsor, here. The free quotes, you can get them online here at lionsroofingco.com, or you can call them 812-294-3595. Obviously, with all this rain we're going to have here over the next couple of weeks, if you can see any leaky issues, give them a shout. And hopefully no basement flooding or plumbing issues. But if you get plumbing issues, Clogbusters with a Z, clogbustersplumbing.com, clearing the way one flush at a time. You can go right here to Clogbusters Plumbing. They got you hooked up in the bottom right-hand corner. How to contact them, text, call, email, chat there online. 859-762-1214. They've got you covered throughout the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And right down the road, Grantline Nursery Garden Center, our new spring sponsor and partner here. If you have any landscaping needs, give them a call, 812-945-5676. The plant of the week is the hellebore. Have you ever heard of a hellebore?
I have no idea.
It's a pretty plant.
I like the name.
Check out the little reel I posted a couple days ago, and you'll learn all about it. And also, if you want to get a quote, find some ways to save perhaps, and just have a person that will be a good relationship for you. If you have any of those bumps in the road that life can throw at you, which it has to our family with car accidents. I don't know if you remember when a motorcycle slammed into me.
I vividly remember that. You had the
Crazy.
Video and everything from the station building, right?
Yep, from right there in downtown Louisville. Thankfully, everybody was okay. But if that happens, you want somebody that will help you very quickly. Michael Long here, amfam.com. Just search his name or give him a call, 812-578-3072. Oh, yeah, I was wanting to take a look outside, too. Just lovely out there, Christina.
Me too. I walked in with my umbrella and my hood up. I was just like, what a beautiful
I had to
day.
take a picture of you as well as you're walking across the street.
Let's not share that.
Hey, at least you remember your umbrella.
Well, I keep it in the back of my trunk just in case, especially when I'm picking up the kids from school. They, of course, they're the type to run in the muddy puddles, so they don't want it. But
yeah, of course. So back to, speaking of which, the soggy conditions. There you can see right over Metro Louisville. It is a steady, light to moderate rainfall. Every once in a while, we're getting some heavy pockets, but there you see pretty much all green or yellow over Indiana. And then some heavier areas of rain lining up over kind of the Western Kentucky Parkway, just west of Elizabethtown. Again, it looks kind of big and bad, but it is just some rumbles of thunder and regular old rainfall. We're not expecting any severe weather with this. Now, back to Christina here. So what are you doing now? You said you are still in the weather business.
of course, yeah.
So there is this push I've seen. You're probably part of the broadcast meteorologist group on Facebook, but a lot of people getting out of television and into independent, and you're doing some consulting work as well.
Yeah, which is really what I've been wanting to do since leaving the station. I dabbled in marketing, a little bit of AI technology, but ultimately
One shot. Sorry.
Oh boy. Hello.
I told you I wasn't going to do that, but
I was trying to figure out the camera situation here. It's a really nice setup.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Nope, that's okay. Yep. So I work for Norcast Media, and they are headquartered in New Jersey.
Okay.
However, we have clients that we give hyper local forecasts to from Chicago, Illinois, northeastern Ohio, which is a lot of lake effect snow,
Yeah.
as you can imagine. And then the bulk of our clients, Pennsylvania, NYC, New Jersey, of course.
So
Primarily snow and ice companies, but also lumber and
Yeah.
landscaping during the warmer months.
different industries and things like that.
Mhm.
Did you have to retrain like on these different areas?
Yeah.
But I mean, you worked in Colorado.
Yeah. Right.
You got to
feel
brush
like
up on.
Right. I've worked a little bit of here, there, and everywhere, I feel like, but lake effect is kind of its own animal. That's
Yeah.
been something that I've really had to brush up on too.
Very localized as well.
Yep. I mean, we have everything from just tiny little towns to the people at JFK Airport are one of our clients.
Really?
And we're 24/7 live support. So anytime, which gosh, they have been hit hard with snow. I know we have too,
Yeah.
but especially what was it, 2 weeks ago, where there was 2 feet
Oh, the blizzard?
of
Yeah.
snow coming down in
Like
Jersey.
70-mile-per-hour winds.
Wild, just wild. I mean, definitely a historical event there. So
Mhm.
we've been really busy, but I just really enjoy it, and I get to spend so much time with my kids too because it is.
And you get to be
remote.
at home, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's remote from my basement. I have my own little studio set up. It's not anything near as fancy as this, but
It doesn't need to be. I'm at home as well a lot of times. So.
it does the job.
Yep.
And it's very fun. I will say I never forecasted for gas companies before, so that's new. I'm learning a lot. And again, in this industry, that's kind of the norm. You're learning more every single day.
Very cool. That's awesome.
It's been very fun.
All right. We've got Alberta Philpott with a good morning as well. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is my former co-worker, Christina San Juan, and also my former intern back in 2016. Graduated from the University of Louisville in meteorology, and again, went to work in Mobile and then Colorado Springs, Louisville, and now all over the nation.
Well, yeah, we're looking to pick up more clients too. The company is rapidly expanding, so we're very happy about that. The people are fantastic. It's so nice to work with just genuinely good people, right?
Yeah.
Like whenever we work together, Ben was my mentor. You put me in front of the green screen for the first time in my entire life, and I had no idea what to do. I would freeze up.
Man,
and
there might be YouTube of that somewhere.
I hope not. That needs deleted from the internet.
I think it might be on my account
permanently. No, it needs gone because I would freeze up and he's like, it's live TV. And
I mean, when I was in college, I was on our local TV station. I was garbage. So it's just part of it.
Growing and
it's
learning.
hard to get comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah, it certainly is because, and a lot of people are surprised whenever we tell them, hey, me specifically, I'm not a good public speaker.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it.
And it's because we talk to cameras, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's a big difference. I mean, I gave a speech in front of a bunch of people a week or two ago. Obviously more comfortable doing that now, but it's different when you're giving a speech and everybody's eyeballs are on you compared to just a camera.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Of course, you still imagine you're talking to your mom, your grandmother, everything when you're looking at the camera. But it is a whole different animal to see the actual faces.
Big time.
That would make me very, very nervous back in the day.
And we've got Vicki Berger here this morning as well. Good morning from Salem, Indiana. Speaking of which, I gave a speech one time. I'm not going to say what group it was, but I mean, I'm trying to throw jokes in there. Interesting. I think it's interesting weather.
Wait, was it the one that we did together?
No, that was good.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
But
you were funny. You got a lot of laughs that time.
Dead stares.
Oh, no.
No participation.
You should have thrown in some of those dad jokes that you on your Facebook. My daughter.
Hey, we'll get to some of those. So, I mean, that's almost like being a comedian when they bomb on stage. You just feel
you just gotta keep moving.
I was like, I did this for free, and I feel horrible after doing it. It's part of it.
Just move on to the next one.
Yep. All right. Speaking of the dad jokes, we'll get to that, and then we'll let Christina out of here. But we've got, again, just some wet weather conditions. If you're tuning in, again, not expecting severe weather, but do watch out for some rising rivers, creeks, and streams. Some of the river systems will likely go to flood stage here over the next several days. Already included in that is the East Fork of the White River. A lot of the creeks around my neighborhood, very high as well. All right, so let me get rid of this. And
Buck Creek is flowing nicely.
Buck Creek? Is that out there in the Knobs?
Yeah. Yep. On the way to the kids' school.
There you go. We've got a creek that is a frequent flash floodder, and sometimes you can't drive through it. But again, Duke Marsh from New Albany, go to his Facebook page, give him a like or a follow for these awesome pictures of the lightning. Our weather headlines here for today for our March 4th flood watch until 1 p.m. for Indiana. Rain much of today. I think it'll become a little more scattered later on instead of just really, really steady like it is right now. And then record warmth potential tomorrow with drier conditions for Friday. And then more rain as the front moves through Saturday. Not expecting severe weather with that. And Tailspin Ale Fest is this Saturday, by the way, and that's always a great time. So check it out. Our sunset time, 6:40 today with 11 hours of daylight and 11 hours, 30 minutes of daylight. And then just a few days, our sunsets at 7:43 p.m. So, and then our 8 p.m. sunsets begin March 26th, a little bit later this month. 9 p.m. sunsets May 31st. And between now, I thought this was a pretty crazy stat, Christina. Between now and that May sunset, we add 3 hours of daylight.
Oh, that is wild.
And then again, we've got the Tailspin Ale Fest coming up this Saturday. And so I might need a little bit of that rain gear, but they've got a lot of tents there and some good brews nonetheless. That is Saturday, March the 7th. And then the next weekend, I'll be one of the judges in the St. Patrick's Parade. That is in the Highlands. Have you been to that one?
Oh, yes. My kids and I go every single year, and they just love it. We get one of the leprechaun hats, and they just turn it upside down. My daughter's a little bit more aggressive, I'd say, than my son. So my son will kind of step back, but she'll be like, "Hey," she's
run out there in the road.
Please, come on.
That's fun.
Yeah, yep.
We used to take our kids back in the day as well.
It's a good time. I've never been to the Tailspin Ale Fest, but I've seen that it's really fun.
Really cool. We got they had Ohio Valley Wrestling out there the last couple of years. So drinking beer and watching some wrestling. All right. It's some good music and good bands out there too. Alina Bradshaw from Borden. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, that's my mom.
Oh, is it Alina?
Elena.
That's
okay. Yeah, she gets that a lot. Elena.
Well, hi, Mom.
Yeah. And she wanted me to tell you hi.
Hello.
I hadn't done that yet. Sorry, Mom.
Also lives here in Southern Indiana.
That's all right. She's in Borden.
In the Borden
down the
area.
road from you.
Horses?
Yep, she's got 2 horses. She doesn't have them with her right now. They're at a barn in Louisville.
Okay.
But they've got some nice property out there. It's nice and quiet.
It is beautiful up there in the Borden Starlight area.
Gosh, it was years ago, but she said, I saw Ben Peine and his kids sledding down some hill or road.
Really?
It was years ago. And I can't even tell you what road it was. But I said, did you say hi? She's like, oh, he doesn't know me. I said, yes, you guys met back in 2016, back when Kristen Walls
don't be
was
shy
there and everything.
Come on up, say hi. If you
Love
ever
you,
see us
Mom.
out sledding on a road. Manos is going to miss out on that extra hour of sleep this weekend. Yes, spring forward an hour, but we do lose that hour of sleep. Orlean, with the time change, we have to get up in the dark again for a while. Yeah, what is the sun? I don't have it listed here. An hour later, sunrise would be 8:10 sunrise.
Oh, no.
So it'll be dark in the morning.
Yeah, it's a give and a take because the kids do not want to get up when it's still dark outside.
I don't either.
That's very true.
John Fox is the good morning, longtime viewer. Thanks for tuning in there from the Highview area. And back to the weather graphics here. Again, that St. Patrick's Parade we're just talking about, hopefully good weather for that. There is this benefit concert a couple weekends after that. This is the final 4 weekend, April 4th. This benefits Jessica'sJourneyFoundation.com. You can get tickets there, sponsor tables there. We're going to have, or not we, but they will have all the TVs up for the final 4 games that'll be going on, but also great music and food and drinks.
Fox Heroes, they're fantastic.
Big time around here. How many days until? 3 days until that time change. Spring begins in 15 days officially, 44 days until Thunder over Louisville, and 58 days till Derby Day. It is flying by already. All right, we're almost to the dad jokes, and then we can let you go, Christina.
I'm waiting. I'm so excited.
Here's today's weather history. And they're always stupid. I always guarantee that they're stupid. 1821. They used to have inaugurations in March. I did not know that. But back in the day, 1821 presidential inauguration ceremony of James Monroe. It snowed them out, so they had to go inside of the House chambers. 1960, the greatest March snowstorm in eastern Massachusetts, over 30 inches, 70-mile-per-hour winds. They just had, again, as you mentioned a couple weeks ago, a blizzard like that. 1963, plane carrying Patsy Cline crashed in severe thunderstorms near Camden, Tennessee. All aboard perished. 1966, another plane crash near Mount Fuji in Japan. After
this is getting a little morbid.
It is. You got to. The weather history gets bad, but then you got to bring it back up with the jokes after that.
That's fair. Okay.
There's a plan with this. Sadly, in Japan, after encountering severe turbulence and tremendous wind gusts, 124 perished in that one. 1998, thunderstorms dropped dime to golf ball size hail in McLean to Leakesville, Mississippi. Hail depth of a foot, which I've never seen. But there was a hail covering the ground in Campbellsburg, Indiana yesterday. I have a picture of that on my Facebook page.
And I wonder what you think about it, because I know we get a lot of comments about what we're comparing hail sizes to. I think one said we're comparing it to we compared it to like a CD. It wasn't here locally.
Whoa.
But National Weather Service, somewhere out west, said
CD
hail the
size
size
hail?
of, yeah. And
people don't even know what CDs are anymore.
They're saying Gen Z probably doesn't know. That's kind of, it's like comparing it to a VHS or cassette tape.
I mean, kind of close to softball size or whatever.
Yeah.
That would do some damage. All right, your weather jokes of the day here. Sometimes I forget because I usually load them up the day before, but our stupid weather jokes, not always weather related, but what's the worst vegetable to have on a boat? Of course, a leek. What? I don't think I ever use leeks. Is that like an onion?
I've never had one. I can't tell my daughter that one because she'll say, huh?
Who cooks with leeks? What starts with T, ends with T, and has tea inside it? A teapot. These are extra lame, unfortunately, for you today, Christina and
okay.
Camila. I'm sorry. What kind of bee can't make up its mind? A maybe.
That's a good one.
That's an easy one to remember.
I like that one.
These are all PG.
I think Camila's favorite one, it said, what kind of dog was born in a toilet or something? It was the poodle.
Oh, poodle?
Yeah.
I always
But
forget
also could
them.
be Shih Tzu.
Shih Tzu. Now we're getting PG-13.
It's a dog. I had a Shih
Actually,
Tzu.
I think I had one of those jokes one time with the Shih Tzu. Yeah.
I mean, we're all adults here.
Yeah, we're
right?
mostly all adults.
Mostly.
All right, there's your stupid jokes of the day. And we're also talking about that. We're putting back in the rotation the allergy report. It's juniper and elm this time of the year. As we warm up, we're starting to get that. Beverly Haggis, my son lives in Pekin, Indiana, and he had hail yesterday. Thanks for that report, Beverly. Orlean, loving the jokes. Beverly, loving the jokes. Thank you very much. And hopefully Camila, loving the jokes as well. All right, here's your forecast for today. I'm going to say peace out, Christina. Actually, we'll put you back on camera before we do that. Thank you so much for being with us.
Ben, thank you so much for having me.
And
it was nice chatting with you and catching up. I feel like we could go years without talking, and then it's like,
right back at it.
Yeah, right back at it. So.
And crazy, 10 years ago, my intern right here became a famous meteorologist across the country, and now is forecasting the weather still across the nation. That's awesome.
Yeah, I enjoy it very much.
Norcast.
I have Norcast Media. I have you to thank for honestly everything, for getting my career started. You and John Gordon alike. I mean, you guys.
John Gordon's awesome.
Both of you guys are awesome.
John, by the way, has volunteered if I ever need a vacation, which has been a long time, that he would fill in and do the show for me.
Oh, he'd be great.
But maybe somebody else might be able to fill in and do the show for me.
I can't promise I'd be nearly as good as you or John Gordon, but I will try my very best. I will try my best. So if everybody could give me a little bit of grace, if that ever does happen.
Of course.
Then,
of course.
I'd be honored. Thank you so much for having me.
And Michael Montgomery says, hey, guys. He's been a long time viewer as well. He's got awesome pictures, too, if you want to follow his page. And from the Mount Washington area, Orlean Whitlow. Enjoyed seeing you again, Christina. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Glad to
popping
be
in.
here.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. I won't let you suffer through any more of the show. Christina, I'll let you go.
This has been fun. What a way to start.
She got the heels on. She's going to
hopefully
loudly walk on out of here.
And hopefully not trip through the rain.
Be safe out there. Thanks for coming in. Good seeing you.
Thank you so much, Ben.
All right. Our forecast here for today, 68 degrees. There might be some areas that touch 70, especially south where you get less rain, but there's a lot of rain out there for today. Keep the rain gear. Watch out for some, again, rising rivers, creeks, and streams, some flooding potential for today. South wind around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunset at 6:40. But again, that's going to be around 7:45 sunset on Sunday. And some showers likely for tonight. Low of 59 degrees, mild and cloudy. If you're wondering why it's such a wet weather pattern, what we talked about leading into this wet pattern is the stationary front, cold north. And believe it or not, we are on the warm side of Indiana and Kentucky on the warm side too. There are parts of Indiana that have been stuck in the 30s and 40s, the northern half of Indiana. So we've been lucking out. Yeah, we got the rain, but at least it's warm. And speaking of warm, here's our record high temperature potential. I'm still going to stick with 80 degrees. We might not quite get there, but I think we'll be able to get to at least the record high of 78 that was set back in 2023 with just an isolated shower chance tomorrow. Most of our Friday is going to be dry. Our normal high of 54 degrees. So we are about 25 degrees above normal for tomorrow. And our sunrise at 7:07 and our sun sets at 6:41. Our 7-day forecast for Saturday, plan on rain. I'm going to go ahead and bump that to 100% chance of that rain. Steadiest in the morning. We might start to see lighter rain kind of tapering off later in the afternoon. So maybe not a total washout, but maybe a few thunderstorms. But right now, the severe weather threat looks super low with any of that. And then not bad Sunday, 65 degrees, trying to get a little more sunshine back in that picture there to finish off our week. And then some showers are popping back in the weather models. The Euro and the GFS showing rain back in that picture. And it's probably going to be a 100% chance Wednesday as a front moves through. That could be a strong and lead to some thunderstorms there. That might be kind of the next day to watch for the potential of some strong storms there. And then a 20-degree drop in temperatures, by the way. I was just moving the camera around from the 2-shot to the 1-shot. So about a 20-degree drop, could be in the lower 50s by next Thursday. It's not going to stay warm like this forever, of course. We're going to have ups and downs, roller coaster style weather through March and, of course, April. And even May can have some cool shots. There has been snowflakes in May before. So usually June is when things begin to settle down and the severe weather threats go away as well. All right, there's the forecast. Let me bring back up to the stage here the weather maps here at 10:32. Again, we're a little bit later because we were chatting it up with Christina San Juan, a southern Indiana meteorologist that is forecasting for industry across. There's just a whole lot of rain on the radar. We'll bring up the radar and satellite combination. This is just the live radar sweep. But the RadSat there just shows a whole lot of rain over the Ohio Valley. And you can see where it's coming from here. If you look off to the southwest, it is just a steady flow. So it is a road of rainfall, this stationary front. And there's just nothing to push it through. Hence the word stationary with the way the winds are set up right now. Usually you get a stationary front when the upper level winds are parallel to the orientation of the front. Let's bring up the current temperatures and you'll see why this is a stationary front. Let me get rid of my little drawing there. Look at the contrast in temperatures. Let me stop the loop. So definitely kind of a nation divided with that front over the Ohio Valley stretching into Texas. So it is lifting a little bit farther to the north, and all of Indiana will be much warmer tomorrow as it continues to lift farther to the north. But look at the numbers here, 72 degrees in Bowling Green, south of all that rainfall, already 72 degrees. And then you've got 50s in Indianapolis and lower 40s up around Chicago and South Bend. My friend Matt Rutkin, meteorologist up there, give him a follow if you want to. He's only in the lower 40s. So there is like a over the region, if not 30. I mean, if you go from Bowling Green to South Bend, that is a 30-degree drop in temperatures. So that is what I'm talking about, that battle between cold and warm, and right in the middle we sit, and that's why we have so much rainfall across the area. All right, before we get to some of the weather models, just going to bring up the Storm Prediction Center's risk of severe weather. The higher risk for today is out west, and it will stay out west for tomorrow as well, over parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Notice here we got level 1 in Kentucky. That's that dark green. Usually you don't get much out of that. Just kind of a cover your butt that you might have an isolated strong storm or two. And then as we go to day 2, risk from the Storm Prediction Center, a division of the National Weather Service. You never want the avocado. That is the higher severe weather risk. That's level 3 out of 5 over parts of western Missouri, eastern Kansas, and eastern Oklahoma. So there'll probably be some storm chasers out there with that. But we are not under a risk of severe weather tomorrow because we're going to be mostly dry for our Friday. Now, as we go to day 3, severe weather risk, mostly off to the east. We've got level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk for Saturday. with that front, but it looks like there's not much energy as far as that gasoline. We've talked about at the Cape, the convective available potential energy. There's not a whole lot of that for Saturday. So that would be a very low threat of severe weather and a little higher off to the east. Why to the east? Because they will get that rain and thunderstorms more in the afternoon. So they'll be able to warm up a little bit out ahead of that front off to the east. That rain moves in for us during the morning time when you don't have as much energy. Nonetheless, there is going to be a lot of rainfall around the area Saturday. So we're going to look at that now as we bring up your future radar and look at the weather model maps. We'll look at some high resolution data here for today, and then we'll look ahead and plan out through the weekend and into next week. So here we go. Pick it up very well where we have the rainfall all across. Head into this afternoon. There you can see scattered downpours still across the area, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. No severe weather ingredients for us here for today, except maybe an isolated one down 64-ish east towards Lexington, but very small threat. This is at 3 p.m. today. Notice at around later this afternoon, hopefully we start to get some drier pockets, not just this blob of rain over the area. We'll start to see maybe just some scattered rain instead of just this all-out washout that we have this morning. But we still have the scattered downpour across the area today. And this is at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock rock. It's just continuous on and off rain for the rest of now we're going into the overnight period. It still shows a chance for some showers. Rumbles of thunder like we had last night. This is at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if we see a little isolated shower tomorrow, it's likely in the early morning hours as the warm front jumps to the north. So most of our Friday is looking dry. This is 9 a.m. And then let's shoot into the afternoon. It's showing dry weather here for us. Not only dry, tomorrow the big story here is the warmth. So this is at 3 p.m. Notice the warmth goes all the way up past Chicago. And so we're looking at some very awesome temperatures tomorrow. And I think these are going to be a little bit underdone, by the way. I think we might be able to surpass these temperatures by a little bit. And I think the record high is in jeopardy, but it has 70s all across the region. So 70s, if not pushing 80 degrees. Temperature is taken at Standerford Field or Muhammad Ali International Airport. I think we could touch 80 degrees there. So that is 25 degrees above normal. That would beat the old record of 78 set back in 2023, just a few years ago. So tomorrow will likely be our warmest day, possibly of this month, and of course of the year, but probably our warmest day this month, as we could have a cool shot returning maybe the last week and a half or so, kind of back to normal. Okay, let's get into the little bit longer range data here and go back to the reflectivity. We're going to take this into Saturday as we're going to see a front organizing and finally getting a push through. Will actually make its move to the south. So this is going into the 7th, which is our Saturday. There you can see that rain out west. This is at 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Oh, no, Vicky's saying that the backyard is full of water. The sump pump is running a lot, and we hope that everybody's sump pumps continue to be running. We don't want any basement flooding or anything like that. Mary Dale says the audio going in and out. I wonder if it's on your end or mine. I don't know. Let me know. Let me check it out real quick since you said that. I don't know. I think it's all right. Yeah, I think it's okay. Might be on your end. Let me know if anybody else is having any audio issues. Everything's plugged in and looking all right on my end. But yeah, we don't want any basement flooding. So it is going in and out. That is strange. I don't know why that would be. Hopefully it'll keep going all right. Maybe internet. I don't know. Manuel's had 3 inches of rain in Indy. Yeah, and it keeps coming. All right, back to the forecast here. We have Saturday morning, looking rather wet. This is Saturday morning and into the afternoon. This is actually at 4 p.m. And then notice maybe by late afternoon, it looks a little bit drier. So perhaps not an all-day rain. Perry Porter says it sounds good. Thank you very much. And fine there for Vicky Berger. I don't know. Could be spotty internet or lightning strikes. I don't know. But I'm glad it sounds good there. Went to YouTube and it was the same, huh? Maybe internets locally, perhaps. I don't know. But thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate that. Anytime we have an AV issue, audio, video, please let me know. Try to figure it out. There's the rain moving off to the south as we head into Sunday morning. So there you go. It looks like we'll be dry Sunday. This is the NAM weather model, by the way. So looking good there Sunday, but it will be a little bit cooler, but not bad. It looks like we'll be in the 60s on Sunday afternoon. So a little bit cooler behind that front, but at least it is going to be dry. So now I want to bring up the GFS weather model because this will take us into next week. And it also, by the way, has that rain off to the south of us here Sunday morning. So Sunday, the pick day to get outside. I'm trying to figure out maybe later this afternoon if I get a break in the rain. I'm going to put down, I bought a big bag of seed. And by the way, just like everything else, seed prices are pretty high. I mean, I feel like it's double what it used to be. I bought just a 25-pound bag of like a contractor mix for like $60. You used to be able to get like a 50-pound bag for that price. What are you going to do? Seed's expensive. Everything's expensive. All right, here we go. Back to the maps. So we're going to go into Monday the 9th, and it looks mainly dry across the area. And we start to warm back up into the 70s on Monday. I'm going to go into Tuesday, and it shows a chance for a few showers. The system is gathering out to our west. But with that, look at the warmth here back. We've got 70s back in the picture here. I've got 76 going for next Tuesday. What do I think about winter return mid-month? I think we'll have a cool down, and we'll take a look at that also with the long-range data here, Emmanuel. Good point there. We've got time. We'll take a look at it. There is still, I think it would be a quick shot later this month of some wintry temperatures, but I'm not expecting any kind of big snow at this point. But we'll take a look at that drop here in just a second. But first of all, here's Tuesday, warm weather, and it looks like Wednesday. You can see that, find the front. Easy to do. Look at that, 40s behind it and 60s and 70s out ahead of it. So this is Wednesday. The front is going to be moving through our area. And there you can see all the rain with that. So Wednesday is kind of the next big system that'll be moving through. And we should be back to some dry and cooler conditions by Thursday. So 70s I've got here for Wednesday ahead of the front. And then as we go to the 12th on Thursday behind the front, take a look at these temperatures. If you're a fan of the warm weather we've had, you might not like this as much. Not horrible. We got some 50s, low 50s maybe. That should be plotting. There it goes. There you can see some lower 50s next Thursday. Okay, now we're gonna talk about what Emmanuel was talking about, a later month cool down potential. And since we're gonna do that, that means it's time for the good old Ben on a Limb segment. All right. Just a little more coffee left in the cup here as we keep rolling on. Maybe a couple more comments that popped in. Okay, Mary, it must have been an internet glitch. Seems fine now. Very good. Very good. Glad to hear that. Emmanuel said, as much as I like the snow, not buying on the precipitation. All right, let's jump ahead here. Let's do it. Here's your March 13th. So this would be next Friday. Looks like a mild spell trying to move back in there. Going into the 14th, that's the St. Patrick's Parade in Louisville. Looks like a cold front. That would not be what I want. It's got rain there too. This is March 14th. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, St. Patrick's Parade. These Saturdays are not looking good. I remember that's happened a lot of times too in the past in the springtime. Like you get in this weather pattern, and if you get rain on a Saturday and it just gets stuck, you get another wet Saturday, the weather patterns can kind of lock in sometimes. But anyway, that shows just rainfall there. Let's go back to the temperatures. We're going into the weekend of the 14th and into the 15th here. It looks cooler, but this would be just kind of normal temps. Shows like 40s, 50s. I mean, March is not typically a warm month, so I'm not surprised to see some cool shots heading our direction every once in a while. This has temperatures kind of warming back up around the 17th. Up and down condition. This is in the 70s there. And then here's the 18th. Okay, so check it out. There's a front here. It shows on the 17th to the 18th. And that would obviously probably bring some rain around that time as that front moves through. There's a little bit of rain along that. Temperature-wise, as we go to the 18th, I have no idea what day that would be, but that shows 40s, 30s, 40s across the area. A little cool spell there. And then we go to the 19th. We're definitely on the cool side. So the jet stream would be taking a dive over the Ohio Valley to allow some cooler air. Nothing like what is still way up north. And there's still a lot of negative numbers up in Canada and over towards Alaska. Alaska showing negative. Let's keep that up there, shall we? All right. And as we move to the 20th of March, the first day of spring, and Friday morning, the 20th. It looks just kind of coolish. Over the Ohio Valley, the ridge is out west. Under a ridge is hot weather. Look at that. Look at Denver and the Western Plains in the upper 80s. They didn't have much of a winter in Denver. Again, my former coworker Alden German works out in Denver, and they didn't have much. This would be Saturday, the 21st, just on the coolish side, it looks like, but no major winter spells. And so this is the jet stream pattern that's bringing in some of the cooler weather. If you look at it, you got this ridge out west. This is where all that warm air fills in. And then you got this trough over the east, and that allows us to cool down a bit later this month. All right. But if we go to now, let me get rid of the drawing there. What we have now is a trough out west where it's cold, and then the ridge goes up north. So we've been enjoying these above normal temperatures here. And the overall above normal temperature pattern will continue through next Wednesday, but on and off wet conditions too. So as we add up all the rainfall here from today, we'll add this up all the way through the next couple of weeks. Oops. Let me zoom in here. Very wet over the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, down to the deep south. So this is just rain from today to the next couple of weeks, showing about 2 to 4 inches. So the water tables are right back up. There is no longer any drought. There was actually drought over much of Indiana, believe it or not, as we were below normal. We were like 4 to 8 inches below normal this year over Indiana. And this rain that we have around the area now has totally erased that, or mostly erased that. Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day outlook shows us in the above normal zone as far as temperatures. No surprise there. We'll get back to a look at the radar. We'll do a forecast recap as well, and we'll move along here on a Thursday. All right, so let me back that up. We'll bring up the radar and satellite. Actually, let's just bring up the live radar. There you go. So getting a little bit of a break around Bedford and Paoli and Salem. Still pretty wet for the counties along the Ohio River and south as we look here at the steady rain over Clark County, Floyd, Harrison County, all wet. Wet roads all over Louisville. And as we look off to the south, there you can see some heavier areas of rain coming down, heavier rainfall rates here in Meade and Breckenridge, Hart, Greene, Nelson counties. Just a big blob of rain, maybe some embedded thunder, but we're not expecting severe weather with any of this, thankfully. So there that is. And we can take another live look outside. Let me see if we can hit the refresh button on that one. There we go. That looks a little bit better, although it doesn't look great. We're going to probably see that Ohio rising a little bit. Actually, we can take a look at some of the river levels. We haven't done that. So that would be water.noaa.gov. No www in front of that. If you want to check the river levels, I mean, this is a really great site if you're interested in that. So what we have here is the East Fork of the White River in Seymour heading way up to moderate to major flood stage here. And this is happening now. We're at 18 feet right on the edge of moderate to major flood stage there, and then slowly going down. So that's, what about Louisville forecast? It is still, it's supposed to rise to 17 feet, which is still 4 below flood stage, but you will notice it kind of swelling up to the banks. So there's a look at some of the river levels. No major flooding expected at this time. Hey, Teresa, loving the Ben on a limb. Thank you very much. And Orleans saying, I hope we don't get a freeze because I'm sure the fruit trees are going to bloom. I saw the Bradford pears when I was out on a jog yesterday, already starting to get their blooms as well. But they always, even if those blooms die, they come right back. And Orlean getting a little rain there in Hodgenville. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in, as always, Orlean. And if you ever want to contact me, here you go, ben@extolmag.com or jason@extolmag.com if you want to learn about advertising and marketing solutions, or if you just want to ask me a question, there you go, ben@extolmag.com. That is my email right there. Again, we had Christina San Juan on our show today, my former coworker, my former intern 10 years ago, U of L intern, now meteorologist. She lives here in Southern Indiana. Good to see that she's doing great. And if you didn't catch that, watch the replay. Got to catch up with her. This is from Duke Marsh. So if you go to his Facebook page, check out his awesome photos. He has that perspective from New Albany, often looking over the river, but looking at some awesome lightning strikes from last night. Our weather headlines here for today, your March 4th. For Indiana, rain much of today. You might get some breaks at times, but scattered showers will continue off and on through the rest of the rainfall in many locations. Record warmth in Drier tomorrow with near 80 degrees. The old record 78 back in 2023. More rain on tap for Saturday. Check it out. Back in the rotation, our sunset time. 6:40 sunset today, but in a few days, 7:43 sunset on Sunday. We've been going to bed not much later than that lately. So March 26th, 8 p.m., a little bit later this month. How many days is that? 20 days until 8 p.m. sunsets. And within that time, we gain about an hour. Sunrises on Sunday, by the way, are going to be around 8:10. So it's darker in the morning, but lighter later. 9 p.m. sunsets, May 31st, and we gain about 3 hours of daylight between now and May 31st. Again, a reminder, we got the... Don't like it. French Lick is nothing but ponding. You're not alone. There's ponding everywhere. And again, getting into my neighborhood, there's a creek that goes over the road sometimes, and you can't drive through it. Tailspin Ale Fest. You can get tickets, tailspinalefest.com. That is this Saturday. It should be on the mild side, but might have to pack some rain gear with us. Get one of those $2 ponchos or whatever. And then St. Patrick's Day Drive the following weekend, March. And then a couple weekends after that is April 4th, the Juicebox Heroes at Melwood Arts Center. This is a benefit concert benefiting Jessica's Journey Foundation.com. We're only 3 days away from that time change, springing forward an hour, losing an hour of sleep, 15 days until spring begins on March 20th. Thunder over Louisville in 44 days, and Derby Day in 58 days. A lot of weather history. I'll have this on around noon today. You can take a longer look at that. Our stupid jokes of the day were extra stupid. What's the worst vegetable to have on a boat? A leek. What starts with T, ends with T, and has tea inside of it? Of course, a teapot. What kind of bee can't make up its mind? A maybe. We're bringing back some pollen here. Juniper and elm. I think those are those evergreen bushes. Sound cutting in and out again. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if that's on my end or what it is. 68 degrees. Rain much of the day. Watching for some flooding for today. And 59 degrees for tonight. Showers will continue off and on. Looking drier tomorrow. If we see a little bit of a shower, best chance for that will be in the early morning. Record high temperature of 80 degrees. And the 7-day forecast, we got 72 Saturday, 100% chance of rain. It looks dry Sunday with 65 degrees, 74. And Deborah's got the sound coming in and out as well. I don't know what's causing that. I don't know if that's a local internet issue or what. I'll have to check the broadcast. But thanks for letting me know there, guys. 74 Monday, and then rain showers return Tuesday and into Wednesday. So there is the big forecast. All right, and we'll bring up back to the stage. I want to say one more time. You can always get your weather information here at extolmag.com. Lots of weather tools and weather information for you. We got our live stream up right now. 60 degrees is the current temperature. And a lot of other weather maps and weather information for you as well. So, yeah, maybe it is on my end. If it's all the way down in LaRue County as well. Something going on with the audio. I am not sure. I'll have to make sure all the connections are good here for us. All right. And I want to thank our partners here at Lions Roofing, protecting your most valuable asset for a lifetime. With all this rain, if you see any leaky issues, you can always give them a call, 812-294-3595, or you can go here online, get free quotes as well at lionsroofingco.com. I think our partners here at Ivy Tech Community College, powering the workforce here in Southern Indiana. And they've got their awesome campus right here at Exit 9 miles north of Louisville. It is the Sellersburg campus. And you can find many ways to possibly, pay for college or get career. For you can sign up for Tuesdays at the Tech. Also, make sure your high schoolers are getting that dual credit as well. Thank you very much, Orlean. We'll get it figured out. Always fun dealing with audio and video issues every once in a while. Clogbusters, hopefully no flooding for you, but if you ever have any plumbing issues throughout the Commonwealth of Kentucky, 859-762-1214, clearing the way, one flush at a time, and they've got you covered. You can find all their services here. You can connect with them as well at clogbusterswithaz.plumbing.com. We'll thank our partners here at Grantline Nursery and Garden Center, 812-945-5676. If you want some landscaping help, you can call them, or you can pop in their nursery right there on Grantline Road. The plant of the week, the hellebore that I learned about. And here's my buddy Michael Long. If you need some insurance needs, maybe want to get a quote, maybe it's time for a change, you can call him, 812-578-3072, or go to amfam.com and search Michael Long. I want to thank my buddy at Weddington Custom Homes, Brad Weddington. If you're ready to get into the business of building your own home, here you go. Go to weddingtoncustomhomes.com. And for employment opportunities, the top asphalt paving contractor around, LIBS, libspaving.com. Go to the career section. They always have a lot of jobs around the region. They might have a job for you or someone you know. There's available employment opportunities right there. All right. It's been a wet show here this morning. There you can see the rain that continues across the area. Interesting. Deborah says, I turned the Wi-Fi off and my phone is receiving it just fine. The home internet seemed to be the problem. We'll check it out. I'll have to check out my phone too. I'm not sure. It's kind of weird. I've never had that issue before with that sound going on and off, but I'll have to watch it back on the phone and see what was up. But thanks for letting me know. And we'll check all the connections and make sure everything's good to go for tomorrow, for our Friday TGIF edition on this March 6th. Tracking record temperatures for tomorrow, more rain for Saturday, and another system for next week. We'll be timing it all out as always here for you. Thanks for joining the show. Ben at 10. Thanks for dropping in the comments, hitting a like, a share, a follow. Appreciate all that. Subscribe on YouTube as well. There's a subscribe button on extolmag.com/weather. I want to thank my buddy Christina San Juan, my former coworker, my former intern. If you missed the interview, it was at the beginning of the show. She's doing well here in Southern Indiana with her beautiful family and working still in the weather industry at Norcast. Good to catch up with her. And that's it. You guys have a good one. Try to stay dry out there, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.